They certainly will. And we had a question this week on X as we sent out a little what do you
Yeah.
call that? A post now, or what do you call it? You don't call it a tweet anymore, right?
A zeet? I don't know.
An X out. I don't know.
I'll
Call
still call it a tweet because the whole
yeah,
thing's ridiculous.
right. All right. So from Bruins fan 71 on X, is this the bottom six rotation? And what he has is he has Maroon, Boquist, Brazeau, which it won't be Brazeau anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He has Beecher, Geeky, Frederick, which I think will be the third line. I think that's going to be the third line. And then Maroon, Boquist, and Brazeau, which will probably turn into Lauko, I would assume, now that Brazeau is out.
I think that JVR will be in there. So
You think so?
Yeah, I just think they'll go with. I think that it's like the coaches rely on the guys with experience. Like I think Lauko will probably be the one sitting, like he always is.
So you're gonna have JVR and Maroon on the same line?
I think
Pretty much
no. I think it's
skating
gonna be.
backwards?
I think it's gonna be. He'll be on the third line. So I think it's gonna be JVR,
Really?
Geeky, Frederick, and I think it's gonna be Beecher, Boquist, and Maroon on the fourth line.
See, I really like the idea of Beecher, Geeky, Frederick. I really like that idea.
I do
But
too.
I'm not the coach.
I'm not opposed
So,
to it.
right.
But I do think it will be. I do think it will be Boquist, Beecher, and Maroon on the fourth line.
Okay, so Boquist, Beecher, Maroon.
Mm-hmm.
So Beecher with speed. Boquist has been okay. He's been
Boquist has
decent.
speed, and then Maroon gives you the physicality and
in front of the net.
so forth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think they'll. I just don't think they'll sit JVR. He hasn't done anything for the longest time. But I can't see them sitting him for, especially, is he going to be like net front and power play too, or is that going to be Maroon now maybe? So it'll be interesting to see. But like, it's not going to be Lauko. And what does Lauko really offer you? I think JVR has experience, and he's been in playoffs. Obviously scored a bunch of goals in his career. So I feel like he's probably the better option than Lauko is at this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Lauko guy. I mean, I think Lauko is just kind of a guy that skates around. It's guys like they've had Carson Coleman and guys that Oscar Steen, and they've had these types of guys over and over again year after year that just kind of take up space. And Lauko is one of those guys with me. That's why I liked Brazeau in there. He has size at least. I mean, give me something that you offer beyond average guy.
If Brazeau was healthy, I would sit JBR, and I would
100%.
go. Yeah, and I would go with your lineup, but I might put Brazeau on the third line, just because I don't want Brazeau and Maroon on the same line, because that's two guys that can't skate on the same line. So I'm not doing that. I'll do it with one guy, but I won't do it with two guys. So I would probably put Beecher, Brazeau, and Boquist back together, and then have Maroon skate with Geeky and Frederick.
Yeah, and that's
if Brazeau is healthy, but I don't think he's going to be for a bit.
So. Yeah, Monty said today that was probably
he's week to week, right?
Week to week, essentially, and it didn't sound great. So hopefully he is, but I don't think so. And that's a tough break for Brazeau, because he was right there.
Yeah,
he was right there to get playoff time. He really was, and that was too bad. But if you want to reach out to us and we'll answer your questions, just go to @Bruins Benders on X.